You know, there's something I hear from so many people over 60, 70, or even 80. They tell me, I just don't feel like myself anymore. Maybe you've noticed it too. Little aches that weren't there before, energy that fades too quickly, or even just feeling like your body isn't cooperating the way it used to. And here's the thing. Sometimes it's not just about aging. Sometimes it's about the little habits we've picked up over the years that are secretly working against us. That's why today, we're talking about 8 harmful habits that, if you're over 60, you should stop immediately. These might be things you've been doing for years without realizing the impact they're having on your health, energy, and even your happiness. The good news? It's never too late to make a change. Small adjustments can lead to big improvements in how you feel every single day. So, let's get started with the first few habits, because you deserve to feel your best at any age. Habit 1. Skipping regular checkups. Now I get it. Going to the doctor isn't exactly most people's idea of a good time. Maybe you've told yourself, if I feel fine, why bother? Or perhaps you've put off scheduling that appointment because, well, life gets busy. But here's the truth. As we get older, our bodies change, and sometimes those changes happen quietly, without any obvious warning signs. High blood pressure, cholesterol issues, even early signs of diabetes. They don't always come with flashing neon symptoms. By the time you do feel something, it might be much harder to manage. That's why regular checkups are so important. Think of them like routine maintenance for your car. You wouldn't wait for the engine to fail before getting an oil change, right? Your body deserves the same care. So, here's what I want you to do. If it's been more than a year since your last full checkup, pick up the phone today and schedule one. Your future self will thank you. Habit number 2. Sitting too much. This one might surprise you, but sitting for long periods is often called the new smoking, and for good reason. When we sit for hours on end, our circulation slows down, our muscles weaken, and even our mood can take a hit. And if you've retired or just find yourself with more downtime, it's easy to fall into the trap of spending too much time in your favorite chair. But here's the good news. You don't have to run a marathon to counteract this. Small movements throughout the day make a huge difference. Set a timer to stand up and stretch every 30 minutes. Take a short walk around the house or down the driveway. Even fidgeting, tapping your feet, shifting in your seat, helps keep your blood flowing. Remember, your body was made to move, and the more you do it, even in little ways, the better you'll feel. Habit number 3, not drinking enough water. Raise your hand if you've ever thought, I'm not thirsty, so I must be fine. Here's the thing. By the time you feel thirsty, your body is already dehydrated. And as we age, our sense of thirst actually weakens, making it even easier to forget to drink enough water. Dehydration can lead to fatigue, dizziness, even confusion, and it's often mistaken for other health issues. So, how much water should you be drinking? A good rule of thumb is to aim for at least 6 to 8 glasses a day. If plain water feels boring, try adding a slice of lemon, cucumber, or even a splash of fruit juice for flavor. Keep a water bottle nearby as a reminder, and take small sips throughout the day. Your energy levels, your skin, even your joints will notice the difference. You know, sometimes the habits that hold us back aren't the obvious ones. They're the things we do without even thinking. The routines we've fallen into over the years that little by little chip away at our well-being. But here's the beautiful part. Once we see those habits for what they are, we can start making changes, one small step at a time. So, let's keep going with a few more habits you'll want to leave behind. Because life after 60, 70, or even 80 should be about feeling strong, vibrant, and fully alive. Habit number 4, ignoring strength training. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Strength training? That's for young people at the gym. But here's the truth. Maintaining muscle is critical as we age. After 50, we naturally start losing muscle mass. And if we don't actively work to preserve it, everyday tasks, like carrying groceries, climbing stairs, or even getting up from a chair, can become harder than they need to be. The good news, you don't need heavy weights or complicated routines. Simple resistance exercises like lifting light dumbbells, Using resistance bands or even doing body weight moves like seated leg lifts or wall push-ups can make a world of difference. Just 2 or 3 sessions a week can help keep your muscles strong, your bones healthy, and your independence intact. So if you've been avoiding strength work because it seems intimidating, start small. Even a few minutes a day counts. Your future self will be so glad you did. Habit number 5, skimping on sleep. How many times have you heard someone say, "Oh, I'll sleep when I'm dead," or even joked about it yourself? But here's the thing. Sleep isn't a luxury. It's essential for your brain, your immune system, even your heart health. And yet, so many of us accept restless nights or too little sleep as just part of getting older. But what if I told you that poor sleep isn't an inevitable part of aging? Sure, our sleep patterns do change as we get older. We might wake up more often or find it harder to fall asleep. But that doesn't mean we have to just live with it. A few simple tweaks can help. Keep a consistent bedtime, even on weekends. Limit caffeine and heavy meals too close to bedtime. Make your bedroom as dark and quiet as possible. Blackout curtains or a white noise machine can work wonders. And if you nap during the day, try to keep it short, 20-30 minutes, and before 3 p.m. Because here's the truth. When you sleep well, everything feels easier. Your mood, your memory, even your energy levels. So don't write off sleep as something you've just lost with age. Small changes can bring it back. Habit number 6, eating like you're still 40. Our bodies change, and so do our nutritional needs. But sometimes our eating habits don't keep up. Maybe you've always had a sweet tooth, or you still reach for the same big portions you did years ago. The problem? Your metabolism isn't what it used to be, and your body needs different nutrients now more than ever. That doesn't mean you have to give up all your favorite foods. It's about balance. Focus on getting enough protein to maintain muscle. Think eggs, fish, beans, or lean meats, fiber for digestion, whole grains, fruits and veggies, and healthy fats like olive oil or nuts for your brain and heart. And here's a pro tip. As we age, our sense of taste can dull, which might lead to oversalting or oversugaring food. Try boosting flavor with herbs, spices, or citrus instead. Your heart will thank you. Now we've covered 3 more habits: skipping strength training, neglecting sleep, and eating like we're younger than we are. But there are still a couple of big ones left, habits that might be affecting your health in ways you haven't even realized. Because here's the thing. Aging isn't about decline. It's about adapting, giving your body what it needs now, so you can keep enjoying life to the fullest. You know, as we've been talking about these habits, I hope one thing has become clear. Getting older doesn't mean you have to settle for feeling less energy, less strength, less joy. In so many ways, this chapter of life can be about more wisdom, more freedom, more appreciation for the little things that make each day special. But to truly enjoy it all, we've got to let go of the habits that hold us back. So, let's finish strong with the last 2 habits, and then I'll leave you with some encouragement to take into your day. Habit number 7, neglecting your social connections. Here's something that might surprise you. Loneliness isn't just hard on your emotions, it's hard on your body. Research shows that chronic loneliness can increase the risk of heart disease, weaken your immune system, and even speed up cognitive decline. And as we get older, it's easier than ever to drift into isolation. Maybe friends have moved away, or you've lost touch with old coworkers, or it just feels harder to get out and meet people. But here's the good news. Connection doesn't have to be complicated. A short phone call with a loved one, joining a community group, even an online one, or simply striking up a conversation with a neighbor can make a world of difference. If you've been putting off reaching out, today's the day to send that text, make that call, or say yes to that invitation. Your heart and your health will thank you for it. Habit number 8, believing it's too late to change. This might be the most important habit of all to break, the belief that after a certain age, change isn't possible. Maybe you've told yourself, "I've lived this way for decades, why bother now?" Or, at my age, what difference will it make? But here's the truth. Your body is always capable of adapting and improving. Whether it's building strength, sharpening your mind, or simply feeling more energized, it's never too late to make a positive change. I've seen people in their 80s take up yoga for the first time and feel decades younger. I've known folks who overhauled their diet at 70 and saw their chronic aches fade away. So if you've been doubting whether these changes are worth it, let this be your sign. They are. Start small. Pick one habit from this list to focus on this week. Celebrate every tiny victory. Because the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time is today. And there you have it, 8 habits to leave behind so you can step into your later years feeling stronger, healthier, and more vibrant than ever. Remember, this isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Every small change adds up. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these habits resonated most? Are there any you've already started working on? Drop a comment below and let's keep the conversation going. And if you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on living your best life at any age. Because here's to you, to your health, your happiness, and all the wonderful years still ahead. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.